Now let me explain the pin description of MSP430. I have taken the family F2003 and F2013. F here represents the flash memory type of memory that exists in the this type of or this family of MSP430. 2003 and 2013 has got 14 pin version which can be interpreted to 20 pin also. Only that here in this description I have shown only from P1.0 to P1.7. That means P1.0 to 1.7, 8 lines are there in the port 1. Like that, for port 2 have shown only 206 and 207, whereas if for 6 more lines or pins were there, they would have represented P2.0 to P2.5. That means port 2 would also have been 8 lines had there been an interpretation of 6 more pins here. Rest of the description is just the same either for 14 or the 20 pin version. Now we have got analog signals represented here, which are A0 plus, A0 minus, like that, A1 plus and A1 minus, A4 plus and A4 minus, A3, A2. So you have got A0 plus or minus to A4 plus or minus. You have got so many signals related to the analog plus or minus to A4 plus or minus. That means you have got 5 analog signals plus and minus. So totally 10 pins are utilized for the analog signals. Then coming to the other details, we have got X in here, X out here, which are used for connecting of the clock into the IC. Then related to the other things, reset bar is there. So active low signal is applied to the MSP processor to reset the system. Then non-maskable interrupt type of signal is also there, which is utilized for a trap kind of interrupt. Like that, we have got timer A. Timer A related signals are timer A clock, TAO, TA0 and TA1. Like that you can find TA0 and TA1 in other pins also. So multiple pins are utilized for the timer A, which I might not have represented for the simplification. Then there are two types of clocks which are taken out from MSP430 IC. They are auxiliary clock and submaster clock. Submaster clock is a clock in the megahertz frequency used for the faster peripherals, whereas auxiliary clock are used for the slower peripherals. Then there are JTAG kind of arrangement or the protocol to test the PCB board. You have got a hardware debug system using JTAG. So JTAG related pins are TDO here, that is test data output, and test data input. Like that TMS, test, where is it? TMS. TMS is here. TMS is used for the test mode selection. Test mode selection signal is used to control the JTAG. Then there are other signals such as test. This signal is also related to JTAG to initialize the test operation. This is optional kind of signal it is. Then related to JTAG, you need a TCK, that is related to clock of JTAG. Where is it? It is here. So this is clock related to JTAG. So related to JTAG, there are 4 signals. One is clock, one is mode selection, the other one is output for the test data and input for the test data. Then also there is a test signal which is related to the JTAG. So JTAG is nothing but joint test action group, which is meant for testing of the circuit. Like hardware debug operations can be carried out using the JTAG protocol. So JTAG protocol has got as many as 4 signals plus 1 signal, in which case there are too many signals utilized for the JTAG operation. So instead of JTAG protocol, the Texas Instruments, which have brought out the MSP430, also have given SPI-by-wire kind of protocol, which is a serial JTAG protocol. Thereby they have reduced the number of signals related to the testing operations, that is hardware testing operations. They have reduced the number of signals using SPI-by-wire. SPI-by-wire, let me write it. It is SPI-by-wire. So which needs 2 signals. So you have got SPI-by-wire clock signal, SPI-by-wire data input and data output. Both are being transacted on the single pin. So only 2 pins are there for the sake of SPI-by-wire. Then there are I2C serial protocol. What is I2C protocol? That is the serial communication protocol for the inter-IC communication. You have got SDA and SCL. Here it is SDA and SCL, which are used for the sake of I2C communication. Then coming to SPI, synchronous peripheral interface, you have got you need a SCLK. Where is it? SCLK. So here it is. SCLK is the clock required for the SPI communication. SPI means synchronous peripheral interface communication, which needs clock because it is synchronous operation. So that is provided by this pin. And then SDAs, that is synchronous data input, synchronous data output, or else serial data input and serial data output are represented here. So like this, you have got all the pins which are having different functionalities, which are represented in the 14-pin configuration of the MSP430. Remaining 6 lines represent port 2.0 to port 2.5, the 6 lines in the other family of MSP430, where port 2 also provides 8 lines. So this is the description of MSP430 pin configuration.